So let me get this straight. Student loan forgiveness is unconstitutional until you want to use it to recruit for your Gestapo. Got it. Step right up, because that's now the going rate to sell your soul to the devil. 50,000 buckaroos in student loan forgiveness. Just add this to the list, I guess. Remember when they were mad that FEMA was spending money on migrants? Now FEMA's spending over $600 million on concentration camps for migrants. Remember when they were mad that migrants supposedly were getting SNAP and Medicaid and all these benefits that they weren't supposed to? No actual evidence of that, by the way. And now they're defending their camps by saying, well, at least they're getting 3 square meals a day and health care. Remember when they were mad about all this money being spent on the migrants instead of the taxpayers? And now we're paying for facilities that cost $450 million a year to operate, which at a capacity of 3,000 means we're paying $150,000 per person per year. By the way, I don't think we talked enough about this at the time, but this whole student loan forgiveness thing that Republicans are so against, except when they aren't, isn't just about Republicans not caring at all about average Americans and wanting them to not spend their entire lives in crippling levels of debt. Also, they can have the qualifications for basic entry-level jobs and never own any property. It's not even just about Republicans wanting Americans to be as uneducated as possible so that they don't develop critical thinking skills. It's also about indentured servitude. See, the most effective tool the US has to recruit for the military is the GI Bill. The GI Bill, if you're unfamiliar, basically covers education expenses for people who join the military. Quite the tempting offer if you do not have the means to pay for exorbitantly expensive college, which is why so much of the military comes from a lower socioeconomic status. It's why recruiters hang out at schools. And it's a perfect pairing if you really think about it, because the most effective time to convince someone to put their lives on the line and join the military, possibly go to war, to fight on behalf of the interests of the very wealthy, is when their brain is not yet fully developed. See, 18-year-olds aren't very good at understanding risk and consequences. You also haven't fully developed your empathy yet. So of course it makes perfect sense that they're gonna use a very similar recruiting method for ICE. The comparisons of ICE to the world's largest militaries doesn't just end at the budget level. They want recruits they can train and mold to not see people as people. But also the whole student loan forgiveness thing in general. This is why Republicans don't want people to have any sort of opportunities. This is why Republicans keep dismantling regulations that protect consumers from large corporations, keep Americans safe from their credit card companies. This is why they don't want us having universal health care. They want us poor, because that means that the size of the incentive needed for it to be effective is smaller. Indentured servitude, my friends.